When I first came to the United States, I had to get used to a lot of things. The way people talk, they talk funny because they all speak English. The way people look, because they're so freaking tall. Everything was so different than the way that I was raised in Guatemala. Even the traditions were different. I mean, white people, you open your presents on Christmas morning. Latinos, the night before at midnight, we already know what we got. We don't celebrate Easter, we celebrate different things. And there was one thing with all the traditions that really, at the beginning, really freaked me out. Is this tradition that they have, it's called Halloween. Where people go out to the streets wearing masks and disguises. Because in Guatemala, when you see somebody with a mask, it's because they're gonna rob you, they're gonna kidnap you, or they're gonna kill you. And here, everybody is running around with a mask, getting drunk, or asking for candies. I couldn't understand it. And I didn't feel comfortable going out on the street with all these people wearing masks. I'm like, what if they kidnap me? Like, no. So it took me a while for me to get used to these kind of traditions. And it took me a while to get used, more than anything, to Halloween. It wasn't until a couple of years ago that I finally decided, I'm gonna participate on Halloween. I'm gonna disguise myself. I'm gonna get a costume, I'm gonna disguise myself. There were only two little problems. One, I was broke. And as you know, when you go to a store, you buy a costume, it's kind of expensive. And problem number two, not only I was broke, but I'm cheap. There was no way that I was going to spend $200, $300, $500 on a costume because I was broke and because I'm cheap. So I decided to do it the best way possible. I decided I was going to go to a thrift store so I could find the stuff that I wanted to get my disguise. So I had to go to a couple of thrift stores in order to get the stuff that I wanted. I was looking for a black pair of pants, a shirt that had black and white stripes going across, and a black jacket, and a little French hat with Converse shoes, high-top Converse shoes. I know you run like, what the heck is that disguise? What is it? Okay, I got my disguise together, and I decided since I spent so much money at the thrift store getting all this stuff, so it was about like 25 bucks. It's a lot of money for me. So I decided I'm gonna go to a nightclub, I'm gonna participate in a costume to see if I can win some of the money back. So I went downtown, and there's a lot of people online, there's judges and everything, and everybody's coming in, and they're like, what are you supposed to be? I'm supposed to be Mario Brothers. I'm supposed to be a Batman. They call me, and I get up, and they say like, oh, let me guess, you are a mime. I'm like, a what? Am I one of those people that go like this on a table? I'm like, no. Then the guy looks at me, the MC looks at me up and down, he's like, what the hell are you? I go, I'm Chompiras. And they look at me the same way you're looking at me right now. Who the heck is Chompiras, they said. Who the heck is Chompiras, the MC said. I'm like, what they didn't know is that Chompiras is a character from a Latino TV show. Chespirito is one of the most famous Latin American comedians ever. Every kid from Mexico to Argentina would watch Chespirito. And Chompiras was one of the characters on this show. Whenever we were playing soccer back in Guatemala and Chompiras came out, we stopped playing soccer. Most didn't cook dinner at the time with Chespirito because they knew nobody was going to eat. We would all be watching Chespirito. Even Charlie Chaplin told one time that Chespirito was the genius of comedy. His name Chespirito is actually Shakespeare small because he has so many characters, so much imagination, so much genius. But I was standing there and nobody knew who Chompiras was. So would you believe it or not, I didn't win. So the next day I decided, okay, that didn't work. Instead of going downtown to a night, to that club, I'm gonna go to another club that I see that they're having another Halloween costume. I'm walking into this club, and as I try to walk in, the security guard stopped me and he said, you cannot come in here wearing a hat. And I look at the security guard. Well, it's part of the costume, I say. He said, no, you cannot come in here with a hat. Then another security guard comes over, looks at me and says, let him in. That's part of the costume. And I'm like, you know who I am? I'm like, dude, I know who you are. You're Chompiras. I'm like, yeah! As I'm walking into the nightclub, I'm like, how does he know? And then I hear the music. Dun, 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 dun. It's Latino night at the nightclub. I'm walking in and people are looking at me, Chompiras! Chompiras! Good looking girls are like, hey, okay, can we take a picture with you? I'm like, of course. Guys want to take a picture of me with me. A lot of people want to take pictures with me. The time for the costume comes, they start calling people. I go in. I don't even have to say who I am. People start going, Chompiras, 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 Chompiras. I made it to the final round instantly. So they call me for the second round, and as I'm walking, a friend of mine comes into the stage. Now you see, Chompiras had this little thing that he does, that a friend of him comes over, and they're having a conversation, and Chompiras always says something stupid, and the friend will take out the little hat, come Chompiras' hair, and then slap him. And Chompiras would be like, I know it's kind of rude, but it's Latin American comedy. It's funny. So my friend comes over, takes off my hat, combs my hair, and he slapped me across the face, and I do the thing, and I do it like 5 times, and I throw myself on the floor. The crowd loves it. The DJ starts playing the music from the show. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody dancing to the song. Everybody going, Chompiras, 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 Chompiras. I won. That night I won $300. Wow. But tonight you're also winning. Not only you won some prizes for the raffle, but you're also winning because you're getting this information. Most of you, before you got here, you didn't know who Chompiras was. Now you know. And most of you, before you got here, you heard on the news, you heard all over the place how immigrants are coming over here to steal your jobs, to take over your country, that we want to speak our language, and now you have to learn to speak Spanish. Now you know that's not the way it is, because you heard our stories, you learned our truth. And now you know that immigrants, we don't come here to take over things. We don't come here to force our traditions on you. We come here and we see your traditions, and we put a little spice on it, make it a little bit better. And when you think about it, isn't that exactly that the contribution of immigrants that has really, if anything, made this country great?